Hi, I'm horticulturist Greg Lusk, and today in the garden we're going to talk about making fertilizing simple. But first I'm going to talk about slugs and snails. Right now with all this rain, this time of the season, the snails and slugs are multiplying and they're very damaging to a lot of plants. Marigolds already, and they've already been eaten up with slugs and snails. So this is a garden safe, it's safe for pets. It's not as effective as the chemical types that really do a great job with kill, but it's safer for pets, so it might be a good choice for most homeowners. You could just broadcast this around, kind of just all over the yard, in the shrubs, everywhere, not necessary in the grass, but in planting areas, and it really does help with the slugs. Using the wood mulch also helps with slugs. It seems to deter them. They're probably not capable of traveling over it as well as just the earth. Then we're going to talk about, of course, fertilizer. Before I fertilize, while I'm preparing my soil, I put down soil sulfur. Soil sulfur helps reduce our pH. Our soil is high pH, our water is high pH, and so the soil sulfur just reduces that pH, and therefore your nutrients, the fertilizers you do put down or that are already in the soil, are a little more available to the plants. If you think of nutrients like magnets, they're in the soil. The nutrients attract with the negative ions of the soil salts, and then they become something that's not available for the plants to take up. So the lower the pH, the better nutrients are taken up by the plants. And so try some soil sulfur. I put a generous amount down every couple of years. It's hard to overdo it in our climate. First we'll talk about inorganic or chemical plant foods. They're the easiest to use, they're the cheapest. They're quick and available to the plants. You can get a quick boost off of them. If you're into organic fertilizers, you're not going to enjoy these. But some of the nice things about these is that they're readily available. As soon as you put them on, they're going to go to work. This is Miracle Grow. It's good company. This is a formulation of a 15-30-15. It's for flowers, and it'll help flowers bloom. That middle number is the three numbers on the package are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. For leafy things like grass, you want the higher number in the first. For flowering plants, you need the middle number to be higher, and for fruiting plants, the last number to be higher. So this is a 15-30-15, and it works great. You can mix this in a can and sprinkle it on. Remember, plants are able to take nutrients like this right through the leaves. Inorganic forms, they do not. Right into the leaves. So get the foliage wet. This is a great tool for the homeowner. It's easy to use. You simply put the water-soluble fertilizer right here in the can, hook it up to your garden hose, and you dial to the different settings. And this will work for several years. And you just spray it on the foliage, wet the ground, wet the pots, and do this about every 2 weeks, and you'll have a great garden this year. Another great choice, particularly for potted plants, is Osmocote. If you've listened to many of my programs, you know that I use a lot of Osmocote. This is encapsulated fertilizers that's in these little plastic capsules. The capsules break down and give an extended release of fertilizer throughout the growing season. I don't believe they last as long as they say. This says 4 months. I would expect maybe 3. I wouldn't use this instead of fertilizer for the foliage and water in. I'd use them both. But this really does help in the soil. It boosts your plants, boosts your growth, and it's a great tool to use. Next is the organic forms. Now the organic forms are great. They're better for the soil. Your soil the microbes in your soil will be more healthy with it, and they're just a little higher. These two packages. These 2 packages were about the same price, about 12 bucks. This is 8 pounds, and this is 5 pounds. So they're comparable. But this is 344, so that's 3% nitrogen. This is 15% nitrogen. So for the same price, you can do the math. You see that with this, you're getting a lot more nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus than you are with this. Now, the nice thing about this is that it is inoculated with several different kinds of microbes, which help the plants. They help break down the soil, the nutrients of the soil. They help break down organic matter, and the fertilizer itself is made up of organic matter. So they slowly break down and use the organic matter in your soil, and as they die, they release these nutrients into the soil. So it's a slower process, but the overall health of the soil is benefited by these organic forms. So, you know, if you're doing a big area, the inorganic is best money-wise. Smaller areas, vegetable garden, go ahead and go with your organic. It's a good choice. Your soil will be healthier in the long run than your plants, and might feel better about eating it. In a pot where you're not going to eat anything, the soil condition really doesn't make that much difference because it's potting soil. Great choice is the inorganic form. So I hope this helped you to understand fertilizers a little better. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to come by the Botanical Gardens and visit with me, or send us an email through our website, AmarillaBotanicalGardens.org. I hope you'll join us again next week, and we'll talk about what else we're doing in the gardens.